There are long queues at post offices around the country as people queue for the 350 Rand COVID Relief Fund. The government announced 350 Rand special COVID-19 social relief for disaster for unemployed people from May until October. Let's get the very latest now and cross to our reporter Reginald Witbooi. Reginald, a very good morning to you. What are you witnessing there?
Well, a very good morning to you, Blaine. Yes, as you can see, it's a long snaking queue here in Kimberley as people queue for that special COVID-19 350 Rand COVID Relief Fund that government announced from May up until October this year. We know that the Northern Cape itself is sitting with a very high unemployment rate, with the youth unemployment also at a very high number. Now, I've spoken to some people earlier on, and some of them have been queuing since 7 o'clock this morning, hoping that they can get that 350 Rand here at the post office here in Kimberley. Now, I've spoken to a spokesperson of SASSA earlier on, and she indicated that obviously the people who are queuing here, it's those people who don't have bank account numbers. Now, we also know that social distancing is a very important rule to adhere to while we are sitting in this pandemic. And I can see that there are marks over here, and people are taking that into consideration just to do that social distancing and also wearing their mask. We know that the Northern Cape's COVID-19 numbers last night, it was standing at 2,351 with 15 deaths. So many people here are queuing for their 350 Rand, and we know many of them unemployed for months, for years, and they just want to provide bread and butter on the table for them and their families. Now, this queue it's starting there at the reception of the post office here in the city, and I believe that this snaking queue is going around the corner from where the Kimberley Magistrates Court is situated. If I can just ask my colleague Tumelo Sitslabetsi, you can see the queue is going all the way down up until at the end of this street. So people are queuing here for that 350 Rand COVID Relief Fund, hoping that they will be assisted either today or during the course of this week, Blaine.
You know, Reginald, you mentioned the numbers in terms of cases in the Northern Cape, 2,351. It's relatively low, and I say relatively when compared to other provinces. Northern Cape registering 15 fatalities and 970 recoveries. What are officials saying there, Reginald, with regards to what's working in that province with regards to these case numbers that we're seeing?
Working in that province.
Well, I can tell you, Blaine, we've spoken numerous times to the Northern Cape Health Department. They are also saying that they are taking the necessary measures and implemented everything that they need to abide by the rules and regulations set out by the government. So we know that a lot of government departments, offices, even schools. Yesterday, it was announced that about 84 schools in the province alone have been closed since the reopening of the schools amid the COVID-19 pandemic. And the Northern Cape Education Department also indicated that the Minister of Basic Education, Angie Motshekga, she is in talks with other stakeholders whether they need to decide to either continue operating and keep children and teachers in the schools, or rather close down schools for the 2020 academic year and postpone it up until next year. But we need to wait and see whether that will be the case or not. But we know that parents continuously pleading with government to close schools because they are risking the lives of their children and also risking the lives of those teachers who need to give their children the necessary education.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what government decides with regards to the opening of schools. Medical experts always say that we need to box in this virus. And how do you do that? Well, strategic testing is one of it, effective isolation, rapid contact tracing, as well as supportive quarantine. And we say supportive quarantine as well, Reginald, because we're talking about the mental health consequences of COVID-19 and how it plays a part with regards to recovery, once you have it as well. So important aspects to discuss with regards to this disease. Reginald Witbooi, as always, sir, thank you very much indeed for your reporting. Be well.